Welcome to Math for All Academy. In this video, I'm going to review everything you need to know about quadratics in vertex form. So vertex form has the look of this. It's y equals a x minus h squared plus k. This is vertex form. So a is the same in factored form and in standard form. A is always a. H and K are the coordinates of the vertex. So we have H and K, the coordinates of the vertex. So it looks like this, H comma K. So we're going to work through an example for the equation y equals -2 times x minus 4 squared plus 3. So we have our equation in vertex form. And we're going to answer all of these questions. What is the vertex of the graph of the quadratic equation? What is the axis of symmetry? What is the direction of opening? We're going to sketch the graph. We're going to figure out how many zeros there are. And we're going to find the standard form of the quadratic equation. So the first question, what's the vertex of the graph? Well, it's 4, 3, because for this one, H is 4 and K is 3, so it's 4, 3. The axis of symmetry is the x portion of the vertex, so x equals 4. What is the direction of opening? Because A is negative, it's -2, so our parabola or quadratic is going to open downwards. So now we can sketch the graph. So let's use our table. And we will use these values, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a good way to figure out how to start is, we know our vertex is 4, 3. So that's going to be like in the middle of the graph. And then we can move downward from there and then upward from the vertex to find our different coordinates. So let's start with 2. When we take our equation here and we put 2 in for x and we calculate it out, we get y is -5. So our coordinate is 2, -5. So 2, -5. Our next one is x equals 3. When x equals 3, y equals 1. So it's 3, 1. So we have our coordinate here, 3, 1. So now when x equals 4, y equals 3. So 4, 3. When x equals 5, y equals 1. So we get 5, 1. And then when x equals 6, y equals -5. So 6, -5. So we can draw this parabola. And now you can see how symmetric we chose our x values. So this is in the middle here. And then we chose coordinates on this side and then on this side. Okay, so this is in the middle. And then we chose these and then these. Okay. So now we can answer how many zeros there are, and we can see from the graph there are 2 zeros. The graph intersects the x-axis at 2 points, here and here. Now we can find the standard form of the quadratic equation. So all we have to do is take this and multiply it out. So we put -2 with a big bracket, and we're going to do our square first. X minus 4 times x minus 4, and then plus 3. So when we multiply into our quadratic, so we have 2 binomials here, 2 terms. So we multiply x and x first, it becomes x squared. Then -4 times x is -4x. -4x is -4x. Then multiply -4 times -4, and that is plus 16. And then our plus 3 at the end. Now we can multiply the negative 2 through here. So keep in mind, if we add these together, we get negative 8x, okay? And when we multiply negative 8 times negative 2, it becomes positive 16. Then when we multiply negative 2 times 1x squared, we get negative 2x squared. And negative 2 times 16 is negative 32. And we carry our plus 3 here. And finally, when we combine our integers together, our parabola quadratic equation in standard form is negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 29. This is standard form. And that's it. That's all there is to know about this. And don't worry if you don't understand that right away. You could just rewatch the video. There's nothing wrong with repetition. Anyone can do this. As well, take a look at the description. There's a link there to my ebook that you could download. In the ebook, you'll find a link to this very lesson, and you can follow along in the ebook as you watch the video. As well, in the description, you'll find links to other videos of mine that I've done that are similar to this. You could check those out if you need extra help. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for listening.